Hello and welcome to our monthly update. I'm Michael Watson, Head of Distribution. In a recent CIO update, we reflected on Collins English Dictionary recently nominating permacrisis as their word of the year. After some promising signs post-COVID, it seems that on an economic front, we've lurched from one crisis to another. It's not all bad news, but because bad news sells, it's what you will most commonly see splashed across the front page of the papers. So when you see bad news, it's always worthwhile digging a little deeper. You may have recently heard Deutsche Bank predicting that in 2023, Australia will enter a recession. Now, I'm all for a contrarian view, but this is the first such forecast from a reputable group, so we dug a little deeper. Unpicking their prediction, we see them deviating from the traditional definition that a recession is 2 quarters of consecutive negative economic growth. Indeed, they've not suggested this will occur. Rather, their definition centres on a 1% increase in unemployment across the calendar year. And even then, it's only just. They're forecasting that unemployment will end 2022 0.1% higher than it is currently at 3.5%, and that we will end 2023 at 4.5%. So perhaps the headline could have read, Australian economy to continue its extraordinary resilience with unemployment to remain low through 2023. But that's probably too long. Ultra-low unemployment does have negative impacts. Consider this chart, which is an ongoing survey of Australian business and their output. Over half the businesses are highlighting that lack of available staff is a significant constraint on output. In short, without a pool of available quality talent, it's very tough to do business. And that brings us to inflation. Following COVID lockdowns, inflation was starting to show signs of returning late in 2021. We were witnessing the coalescence of a cashed-up consumer returning to the markets faster than shipping and supply chain could accommodate. Interest rates were still low globally, and a decade of expansionary fiscal and monetary settings saw the world awash with cash. Then, of course, Russia invaded the Ukraine. This changed everything, and central banks at different stages all entered hiking cycles since. In an attempt to curtail high inflation locally, our Reserve Bank has been pulling one of its only remaining levers, the official cash rate lever. This monetary policy is primarily designed to curb inflation by effectively reducing consumer spending power. That is, the Reserve Bank is attempting to change the behaviour of consumers and accordingly is keeping a very watchful eye on household spending data to monitor for any such changes. To date, the official cash rate has had 7 consecutive months of increases and is currently sitting at 2.85%. The Reserve Bank moved quickly and aggressively, certainly initially, with the size of the increases to the official cash rate having tapered in October and November. That's a sign that forward indicators are showing inflation is nearing its peak. High savings buffers and low unemployment have, however, allowed most households to digest the seemingly ever-increasing rates to date, with household spending having remained stubbornly high and only just starting to show signs of slowing down. Having, in most people's views, waited a little long to pull the trigger in the first place, don't be surprised to see the Reserve Bank lift rates again in December before pausing and responding to more recent data prints in 2023. Thank you for watching. I hope you found these insights useful. If you have any queries, please contact our asset management team on 1800 818 818.